everyone, my name is Teresa, and I'm a children's librarian with Durham County Library. This video is brought to you by Durham County Library's Summer of Learning program. The Summer of Learning theme this year is Imagine Your Story, and I want to share with you how you can make cooking part of your story and your experience. Part of everyone's story is the food they eat, and that's why cookbooks are so important. With cookbooks, people are able to share their recipes and their life story. Even when we follow another person's recipe, it becomes part of our story because we have the experience of cooking it. Since the Summer of Learning theme has to do with fairy tales, I wanted to tell you about a fun cookbook that has both fairy tales and recipes. It's called Fairy Tale Feasts, a literary cookbook for young readers and eaters. This book has fairy tales that are retold by Jane Yolen. One of my favorite fairy tales in this book is a French folk tale called Diamonds and Toads. It's also known as Slop Girl. It's kind of like a Cinderella story. It's about a daughter named Slop Girl, and her mom and her sister are really mean to her. They make her do all of the chores. One day, when she's collecting water, she runs into a poor old woman, and she shares bread with this poor old woman. It's the only piece of bread that she has. Because of her kindness, the old woman, who is really a fairy in disguise, gives her the gifts of diamonds and pearls falling out of her mouth every time she talks. When her sister tries to get the same gift, she's really mean to the old woman, and the old woman makes toads come out of her mouth with every word she says. Of course, Slop Girl meets a prince at the end and lives happily ever after, as is the way with fairy tales. If you want to hear the full fairy tale, you can read it in Jane Yolen's book. The recipe that goes with this story is one for French toast. And I love making French toast. It's one of my favorite recipes in the book. It's an easy recipe, and you can make it too. All you need to make the recipe is 6 pieces of bread, 4 eggs, 1 tablespoon of cream or milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, a tablespoon of sugar, a teaspoon of cinnamon, a half teaspoon of nutmeg, and butter, as well as syrup or any other toppings that you might want to include. Butter, fruit, whipped cream, anybody?
Attention, you've stumbled upon this week's Summer Quest code word. Beast. You know the drill. Record the word in your online Beanstack activities or on your paper tracker. At the end of the summer, unscramble the capital letters from all 8 videos to see if you found the hidden message. And don't forget that for watching this video, you can log 1 learning activity online or on the tracker. Thanks for watching, and now back to the program.
Jane Yolen's Fairy Tale Feasts has classic retold fairy tales such as Little Red Riding Hood, The Little Mermaid, and Jack and the Beanstalk, and lesser known fairy tales too. You can check out the book from Durham County Library among other fun fairy tale themed books and cookbooks. I'll include a list of some you may enjoy. thank you for joining me today. I hope you had a lot of fun learning about this cookbook, and I hope that you'll go on many cooking adventures and make it part of your story.
Very tasty.